Alright, so we're going to do an activity. So let me explain the activity. Then once you have your instructions, you will follow the instructions, and then we will discuss what we're going to do. So I throw in all sorts of things as to how to be successful in geometry. And then I will relate that to how you can be successful in life. So for this activity, I am going to want you to try and create the things that we've been discussing that will make you successful in geometry, and then how that relates to life, how we can use those skills, those techniques in life. Does this make sense? So our success criteria is being a successful and efficient problem solver. That is the goal. That is everything I'm trying to teach you, how to be a successful and efficient problem solver. The standard in the math standards is a general problem-solving standard. Make sense of problems and persevere in solving them. That's a standard that we are trying to instill skills in you. Here's the objective of this activity. Students will be able to solve geometry situations successfully and efficiently. That's the objective in this geometry class. So in a minute, you're going to get a whiteboard and a marker, dry erase marker, whiteboard, dry erase marker. You are going to pair up or make a group of three. You'll do it quickly and easily. Would you agree? If you're next to someone and you like them, pair up with them. If you're not next to someone, get with them. All right? Do I have your assurance that you can very quickly get into pairs of two or groups of three, and you can do this? You only need one whiteboard and one dry erase marker per partner group. Is that all right? You will, do you see how I've split this down the middle? You'll just draw a line down the middle. On the left, you will give me three things when it comes to problem solving in geometry. Three techniques, three skills, three specific things that make us successful in geometry. Now, if you can take that specific thing and translate it to problem solving in a life situation, that would be ideal. But if you can't figure out how this specific thing we do in geometry relates to something in a life situation, that's okay. I would like if you could do that. That's the goal. But then you also have problem solving a life situation. How can we use what we're learning in geometry, these techniques, to problem solve successfully and efficiently in our life situation? I'm going to give you 3 minutes to do this. You have group people. You'll want to assign one person for the writing. Does that make sense? Okay? Then, after I call 3 minutes, then we're going to ask each group to give us just one. One here, one here. Not only will you state it, you'll then give us a brief explanation as to why this is useful. Does that make sense? Now, are there questions over this general activity? Okay, so you're going to partner up, get a whiteboard, get a marker, and in 3 minutes, get 3 of these and 3 of these. Let me advise you of this. You don't have to go for the ideal answer. Get some ideas down. You know how sometimes you're thinking of the perfect answer? I don't need perfect answers. I just need good ideas gotten down. We good? I'll give you 30 seconds to get these materials, and then I'll start the clock for 3 minutes. Okay, I'm going to presume you have your board, your marker, your group. I'm going to start the 3-minute clock.
Give us a phone. Why do you get such a crappy marker? So what, you don't draw line?
You need to rely on the things I've said or things you've learned. Does that make sense? Think about the things I've said in class and think about the things you learned for success in solving geometry
Okay.
or math and
What do
geometry.
we need?
It is within you. There are three of you. I know you can think of things I've repeated or general techniques you've learned in math. Is that fair?
Context clues.
Are you doing this activity, ladies?
Yes.
Okay.
Fixing the mistake. No.
Okay, context clues.
Well, I guess playing on the other.
Oh, that's good.
You observe things, geometry. You know, like, that's it. Observe how a polygon.
So we're down to 45 seconds, so it's important to get something.
Basic something.
Okay, how does that work? Simulate slide. You gotta observe things so you don't die. Oh. You really worry about
Diameters and lines, so.
how these. Wait, no,
Okay. So we're just going to take a few quick moments. Each group will just give us one. You will tell us whether it's a geometry situation or a life situation. You will tell us what it is. I will write it. And then you will explain how it helps you to be successful and efficient as a problem solver. Do I have a partner, do I have a group that volunteers first? What did you come up with?
Mark up what you already know.
Okay, and this goes into mark up what you already know. Or as I've often called it, bag and tag. How does this help? How does this help us?
It helps us know if the sides are the same, angles are the same, so that we don't have to do extra work.
Okay. Would you agree? Would you agree? It gets you to notice what is there so you don't overlook it. You're paying attention to all the details and seeing the significance of the details. Would you agree that is what we're trying to do? Okay? All right. Your group, which category?
Geometry.
Okay?
I like to need observation skills, or just like be able to observe the whole entire problem.
Now, why is this helpful in geometry?
Because if you were to miss something while looking at like the problem or just looking at the shape, then that could also make it harder to find the answer.
So, observe. Pay attention to all the details. Ties into mark up. This is physical, but this also is getting your peepers, getting your eyes in. Okay? All right, good. All right. back in the corner.
Like breadcrumbing?
Breadcrumbs, which category does that go in?
Geometry.
Okay? Tell me what breadcrumbing is.
Like leaving trails like of your work that you did so you can come back and look at it later.
Why is that important?
So you don't forget what you did.
So would you agree that when you go to check these answers, if your answer is not correct, you left enough of a trail so you can see where you may have gone wrong,
Yeah.
right? And, all right, in a minute, we're going to apply it over here to a life situation, right? Because we haven't gotten anyone who's given us a live situation yet. Another group. All right, what'd you guys pick?
Stay in the obvious.
What's that?
Stay in the obvious.
And that goes
Like,
live. Stating the obvious. Explain how that works and why that's important.
because if you work with anybody in real life, you're going to want to state exactly what you're doing and not like be around the bush for it.
So being direct
Yeah.
and repeating back to them what you're hearing or what you know so that you're on the same page. Not presuming, right? We look silly when we make presumptions, all right? Okay. All right, what do you guys have?
A life situation, kind of like, leaving certain things, basically breadcrumbing, but in real life, like, I guess, remembering or, I don't know, how to explain. Better understanding, like, problems by remembering things and like leaving notes for yourself,
Okay.
for the future.
So let's look here and see. Breadcrumbing is leaving a trail. Is this the same process we're going to do in life? Will we leave a trail of what we did? All right. So, for example, let's say you're doing a project in the office, right? You have an office job and you're doing a project, right? And you get the final product, and then your boss says, "How did you arrive at that?" Because I'm trying to see your thinking, because we need to take this to the client. Well, you take it to the client says, "Yeah, I'm not really following," right? So you want to leave that trail. This literally is a direct application. Would you agree?
Yes.
Right? Okay. Ladies, what'd you come up with?
Like if for example, if he knows something, applying it to something that like, I don't know how to explain it. I can't word it, but it's like, if you applying something that you know to something that you don't know, but it like it's on like the same concept.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. No, I know where you're going. You've heard what I've said. And in fact, that's what we're going to do today. Today's lesson, I think, will be short. So is this a geometry or a life?
It's like it could be both.
Let's do it for geometry, right?
Like having building blocks, basically.
I'm going to do this for building blocks. So tell me if I have restated what you said. Taking a process, an idea, or a formula and extending it.
Yeah.
Okay? So you've got building blocks. We don't have to reinvent everything. In fact, in today's lesson, we're going to take a trapezoid and squeeze it down into a triangle. I'm going to show you, you already know the formula. I don't need to give you a fancy formula. The trapezoid formula will work for you. Okay? Now, just a quick show of hands. Do you agree that what I show you in geometry, bagging and tagging, marking what you already know, literally can go straight into life when you are applying it? Would you agree that having good observation skills in geometry literally applies one-to-one in life? Would you agree that breadcrumbing and leaving a trail literally one-to-one applies in problem solving in life?
Yes.
Would you agree that taking a process, idea, formula and extending it using your building blocks literally extends into life? So I know that many times in your other classes, they will take something and they will have a very specific assignment with it. And then they'll say, this is what it generally looks like. I always try and teach you that these things can be taken directly into life. Does that make sense? Yeah. Any last thoughts? Any last comments? All right. In a minute, we're going to get started on 7.4. I'll turn the video off. We'll wipe the board. We'll get started. Let's be ready. Oh, do not erase your boards. That's okay if you have. Just put the boards in the back of the room because I need